So the start point for this show was low status work in the beginning, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'm not going to be too personal or too deep about that, but just to take the symbol for low status work as the tools which do it, tools which make it. Here I have what I could collect of used tools of cleaning which were used by people who are living in Ljubljana. All of them are used. And I like this as a kind of stand-in social history for all of those people. They are not present, but they are in fact present through the work that they made to use these objects. That was somehow starting point. What I ended up with was dictated to some degree by what we could find, because I was determined that I was not going to buy new because it would destroy the whole concept. We have in one side of the gallery 20 vacuum cleaners. Some of them are living, some of them are not, and which ones are living are running, and they're all suspended in a kind of chandelier arrangement in the room. On the other side we have 63 brushes and brooms which are also hanging in some kind of arrangement. And the last is a document of a performance action which I made using those brooms and some other tools. And I simply attached so many of them as I could to my own body until I literally couldn't move anymore, and then that was the end of the action. It's the work that I feel most connected with, and the other works are in some way elaborating on that moment, which is the overburdening, the literally overburdening with this stupid, repetitive situation that you must, and you must, and you must, and you must, and you continue, and it's really absurdic on the end. Somehow stupid, somehow funny. I think it's quite clear actually when you see it, those kinds of emotions. I'm also speaking from my own position as artist. You know, sometimes I have to do this kind of stupid job, and what you know for sure is that nobody when they are 11 years old is answering the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, Johnny Jelly, or whatever the name, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? They are not saying, hey, I want to be the best cleaner in the world, I want to stay my life in a factory so I can feed my children. We do this kind of stupid work to eat, that's it. That's it. And now in the global economy, actually it's only for eating. We have in my own country homeless people who have job, who are living in their car and they have job, full-time job. So this is really only for basic survival now. So this is where I'm thinking of this thing. There's other layers. You know, for example, the cleaner is invisible. You see them, but you don't see them because somehow this broom which they are holding makes them invisible. I'm thinking about a lot of these kinds of things. Promise of work, and there's a kind of Calvinistic side of working. You know, that working is how you got your virtue. That there's one saying from English culture which is, the devil likes the idle hands. You know, that if you're not working, you are morally inferior, and all these kinds of ideas. So, what we are shown from children, that you work and then you're a better person somehow. And I'm thinking, well, you know, there's some kind of promise inside of this that you will grow up to be a good person, you will have fine character, and then you find yourself in the factory, and how is this good character? You know, when your legs are aching and you've got your 5 minutes to take a piss or have a sandwich, which one you can choose? This is not good character. This is degrading the human spirit. So I want to be, you know, ironic with this question. Promise. Make me a promise. Which promise is that? It's very loud. You have the machinery, the repetitive sound of different actions which you must do. So that's to bring in the other kinds of low status work, like standing in the factory, for example. Who has worked in those environments knows it. repeating the tours and with this constant kind of irritating sound that brings that kind of environment into the space also. I really hate to bring finished work to a situation. I'm normally working site-specific, where I go to somewhere and I make something here. In fact, it's very seldom in gallery anymore. Usually it's in the public space somehow. But here we are inside gallery, so I needed to think, how will I bring something about Ljubljana into this house? So that's why I wanted this objects which have been touched by people who are living here. It's a good way to make a contact with the place.